The group of monuments at Mahabalipuram, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, display rock-excavated temples, monuments cut from a single piece of rock, low-relief sculptures of monumental proportions, and structural temples, all in one location, carved from 2 hillocks of granite. The Pancharathas are a group of rock-cut temples cut from a smaller hillock of granite at one end of the site. Draupadi Rath, based on a simple thatched hut design, is the first Rath, dedicated to the Indian goddess Durga. The Arjuna Rath displays an interesting roof design, the precursor to the towering roof structures known as Vimanas in Dravidian architecture. The Sahadev Rath is an unusual structure designed in the form of an apse and has been used as a model in some other temples across India. The Dharmaraja Ratha, the most complex structure, has a roof which represents an evolution of the roof structure of the Arjun Rath with its repeating elements, fractals, topped by an octagonal bell-shaped roof. The corner panels on the walls of the ground floor structure are provided with intricate sculptures. Moving to the main hill of Mahabalipuram, the first temple of significance is the Mahishamardini Mandapa. Its key features are the carved panels of the goddess Durga destroying the demon king Mahishasura, arguably the finest depiction of this scene in India, and that of the sleeping god Vishnu lying on the coils of the serpent king. A climb to the top of the old lighthouse, the Olaknatha temple, reveals views of the Coromandel coast and the granite hill from which Mahabalipuram was created. The Varaha Mandapa exquisitely represents rock-excavated mandapas in their finest detail. 4 sculptured panels, 2 on either side of the shrine in the temple, are the finest in Mahabalipuram. The Varaha avatar panel on the left of the structure and the Vamana avatar panel are exquisite representations of the god Vishnu in different forms from Indian mythology. The Ganesh Rath is probably the most finished Rath in Mahabalipuram. It has an interesting roof with shrines having sculpted lingams at the gable end of the roof, topped by 9 finials. Krishna's butterball is a 250-ton rock naturally balancing on a small base of approximately 4 square feet. It is not significant as a heritage structure, but it is an unusual rock formation that has made it a significant structure to view. The Trimurti Cave Temple is a rock excavation containing 3 shrines with carvings in each shrine dedicated to the Hindu trinity of gods. Each shrine contains a sculpture of the god it is dedicated to. A sculpture of the goddess Durga is also carved onto the face of the temple. Moving outside the garden is what is arguably one of the world's largest hand-chiseled bas-relief sculptures, known alternatively as Arjuna's Penance or Descent of the Ganges. A panel with over 150 sculptures, all descending towards a natural fissure in the rock. Key sculptures include one of Arjuna in a yogic position receiving the Pashupata weapon from the god Shiva, the serpent king and queen in the fissure, a shrine of the god Vishnu, life-size elephants, a cluster of monkeys, and a cat performing yoga. The closest relief of this kind can only be seen in the temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Adjacent to the Arjuna's Penance is the Krishna Mandapam, a bas-relief sculpture representing the Indian god Krishna protecting the cowherds, gopis and animals of his village by lifting the Govardhan hill from a storm brought on by the god Indra. The bas-relief shows exquisitely carved pastoral scenes. The Shore Temple is the centerpiece of the group of monuments at Mahabalipuram. A complex of 3 temples, 2 ruined mandapas, an inner and outer enclosure walls entered by a gateway. The Shore Temple is the first structural temple constructed in Mahabalipuram and in South India by King Rajasimha of the Pallavas. The main temple, built to face the east to capture the first rays of the sun, is dedicated to the god Shiva. Because of its proximity to the sea, the mandapas and the gateway had to be built towards the west so that it actually appears to be designed in the opposite direction to its utility. The smaller temple in between is dedicated to the god Vishnu, and the second temple facing the entrance is dedicated to the god Shiva. The 2 Shiva temples are crowned by 2 large vimanas. The temple complex is surrounded by an outer enclosure wall surmounted by Nandi lions. This completes the video tour of the group of monuments at Mahabalipuram. If you liked this tour and found it useful, visit us at extolindia.com. Until then, happy experiencing with Extol India.